Hey, what's up guys and gals? My name is Rick9G. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're going to be talking about I Love Lucy. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to browse because I have close to 1,400 videos. Yes, you heard that right. 1,400 videos on many classic TV shows, some of your favorites, so make sure to check them out. Today we're going to be talking, as I mentioned, about I Love Lucy and more specifically about Fred Mertz and something that I noticed a while back. I've been sitting on this video for a long time. I've had it in my list of videos that I absolutely need to make, and it's one of my favorite moments because I absolutely love Fred Mertz. If you're not aware of that, go ahead and check out all the videos I've made specifically on Fred Mertz, played by the amazing William Frawley, also beloved and known as Bill by many, but I think he absolutely killed it in these couple episodes that I'm going to show you in a little bit today. One is called The Sublease, the other one's called Redecorating the Mertz's Apartment. And in both of these episodes, we see Fred's very favorite chair. It's his easy chair that he sits in many different times. He does it in many different episodes, but these are the only two that I at least remember where we see the falling lamp. I call it, I don't know, Fred's magical falling lamp. The reason is because it has this really fun property. What actually happens is this lamp is on a stand. Of course, it has a light bulb on the end. And of course, there's a mechanism, a ratchet mechanism, where you can control the height. However, in the story, it is well known, or it is assumed, that it's in pretty bad shape. It's an old piece of furniture. Why? Because Fred is cheap and doesn't want to buy a new one. Plus, I'm sure he likes it. Now, the ratchet doesn't work on it. And of course, whenever you would slightly tap the lamp or give it a little bit of a hit, it ratchets down automatically, which it isn't supposed to do, and it comes down over his head. It's one of my favorite moments, just one of these little Fred funny quirks that I absolutely love. And as I mentioned, it's both in the sublease as well as in Redecorating the Mertz's Apartment. I'm gonna go through them, but before that, I would really love, guys and gals, if you let me know down in the comments below if you know about any other episode of I Love Lucy where we see this lamp actually ratchet down all the way and fall on top of Fred Mertz's head. Now, I don't know, in my opinion, it only happens in these two episodes, but I do also feel it happened in others, and I don't have them in mind right now, but if you do include them in here, let me know in the comments. I could shout out your comment and make a future video on this. But for now, let's take a look at the first episode. Now, in Redecorating the Mertz's Apartment, this is when Ethel turns to Lucy that she needs a little bit of help. She admits that she has a shabby apartment. So the Ricardos pitch in and help the Mertzes paint and reupholster the furniture. However, just as Fred turns on the fan to eliminate any paint fumes that are in the apartment after they do paint, Lucy begins stripping feathers from an easy chair, and the results are pretty crazy, with feathers going everywhere, and it's simply chaos in the Mertz's apartment. Now, this is from season 3, and the other moment in the sublease is also from season 3, so that's a really interesting point. Now, in this one, it's a hilarious episode with all the feathers, but this is one where Fred gets super upset because he doesn't want anyone to ruin his favorite chair and reupholster. So he says, "This is my favorite chair, this is my favorite lamp," and when he taps on the lamp, it starts to ratchet its way all the way down. And it's a pretty funny scene because everyone's looking at it. Fred's like, huh? And then you look at Ricky and he's making one of his bugged out, really funny faces, very straight face. And then Ethel's like, oh goodness, this is my life. And Lucy even looks at it and thinks, what is happening to that lamp? It's just a funny scene. The only sound you hear in the scene is that taka 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 taka. I'll put it in so you can listen to it, of the lamp ratcheting down. It's amazing. You do have to check out that episode to see what I'm talking about. Now, moving on to the episode The Sublease, as I mentioned, both of these episodes are in season 3. In this one, you have the guest actor Jay Novello. Now, he appeared in a total of 3 episodes of I Love Lucy. First in season 1 in the numerology episode, you know, the seance episode, where he, of course, plays Mr. Merriweather. Then later on in this one, in the sublease, he plays Mr. Beecher, a very scared man who is a witness to a murder trial. And then finally later on in season 6 as Mario, the guest from Italy that comes to visit the Ricardos and Mertz. He talks very differently in all 3 of them. He's a great character actor. But anyway, in this one, he pretty much is the one who the story revolves around. In this episode, of course, Ricky gets a gig in Maine, and the Ricardos plan to sublet their apartment at a profit. Now, of course, Fred and Ethel want nothing of this, and the Ricardos and them decide to split the profits. Now, the sublease is actually signed, but Ricky's booking gets canceled, and now the Ricardos have to move in with the Mertzes. And this is where the chaos ensues, because they have not 4, but 5 people, including little Ricky, all living in the Mertzes' apartment, and then there's just chaos going around. Fred is a grouch, and he's super angry listening to little Ricky cry. And he's in his easy chair when all of a sudden he gets in his grouchy mood. He bumps the lamp, and all of a sudden it starts to ratchet. And it ratchets all the way down, covering his entire face. It's a hilarious moment, as I noted. There's also the episode Home Movies, where we see Fred in the beginning of the episode in that chair, but the lamp doesn't ratchet down. Again, I feel like I've seen it in other episodes, but you guys and gals, let me know what you think about this moment, which one you prefer, and if you noticed it in any other episode, let me know which one and I'll shout you out. We'll see you next time, guys and gals. Thank you so much for the support as always, and most importantly, be hopeful. Thank you so much to my Diamond tier patrons: Citizen Kane 359, Paul T, Ricky, Gary N, David D, Sally N, Yasmin G, and Lori K. If you want to be part of the Patreon family, don't forget to take a look at the description with many exclusives that you can enjoy.